Let's learn something new today at Agronomag, and it's going to be learning about Gelbvieh cattle, its breed profile, characteristics, and more. The 1960s is commonly referred to as the golden era for purebred cattle breeding in the US, and for good reason too. During this time period, a very large number of cattle breeds were recorded in breed registries, and they were all documented to the point where we know exactly what was used to create what. Next up came the 70s and the 80s, during which the European cattle or exotics were added to the mix and brought to the purebred breeders. This is when a lot of money was poured into creating elaborated facilities which produced high quality cattle unlike anything we'd ever seen before. The cattle that were produced around this time period all had funny names, and they all came in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. This was a sign of their times, as the cattle industry was experimenting with what could be done and what should be done more than ever before. This is also the period during which breeds such as the Simmental, the Limousin, the Gelbvieh, and the Chianina gained a lot of traction in the US. Nowadays, the beef industry is believed to have entered an era of biotechnology, as we have a much clearer understanding of which path we should take with our crossbreeding practices. The increased competition on the open market has also led to the production of more efficient and productive animals, which is why a lot of those older breeds fell into obscurity by now. Luckily, there is one breed that is still actively sought after even to this day, and that is the aforementioned Gelbvieh cow breed. It is the go-to option for a lot of people that want to capitalize on these traditional cows, but if you want to actually get your hands on one, there are more than a handful of things you should know beforehand. These things include the Gelbvieh cattle, origins, and history. The Gelbvieh breed is known for coming from Bavaria, Germany, around the early 1800s. It was one of the best triple-purpose breeds on the market back in the day. Being a large animal, it shouldn't come off as a surprise that it was a fan favourite choice for its meat production. At the same time, it was and still is capable of producing a lot of milk, which makes it a great option all round to invest into. At the same time now, thanks to its large size, the Gelbvieh cow breed was also a very popular draft animal to have around your farm, hence the triple-purpose tagline. It is believed to have been the product of several local strains of the red-yellow Francovian cows at the time. The name Gelbvieh is also interesting as it translates directly into yellow cattle, which is a reference to its heritage. In order to make sure that this breed's unique traits wouldn't be lost to the passage of time, a breed society was established in Germany around the year 1899. In the year 1976, the semen of one such Gelbvieh bull was sent over to Australia, where the breeders hoped to put it to good use. Sadly, it took them up until 1979 to actually put their plan into action. This took place in Queensland, and from that sperm came a whole slew of Gelbvieh cows that changed the cattle market as we know it even to this day. In 1989, as many as 7,000 different animals had been registered in the breed society, which is a testament to the breed's popularity at the time. Interestingly enough though, the very first purebred, graded up Gelbvieh cow is believed to have been recorded in the year 1991 by the Norrell Cattle Company, Millmerran, Queensland. After seeing the potential of this breed, the breeders at the time requested a wide range of Gelbvieh live animal, semen and embryos in order to take full advantage of it. Gelbvieh cattle characteristics. The typical Gelbvieh cow is known for being medium-sized, maternal, and very strong despite not being the largest breed out there. These cows tend to have short coats which can be anything from black to honey-coloured as far as the base colour is concerned. Most bulls can weigh in at around 1,000 kilograms or 2,200 pounds each, while the cows on the other end tend to weigh in at around 750 kilos to 1,600 pounds each. When they're born, the calves tend to weigh in around 37.5 kilograms or 80 pounds, although in some cases they can vary. While back in the day the Gelbvieh breed was known for being horned, there has been a proclivity towards polled animals as of late, which is why this trait has been bred out of the standard cow. Still, if you're looking for a horned Gelbvieh cow, you should still be able to get one if you search hard enough to get it. But for the most part, you can expect most Gelbvieh cows to be polled, since the great majority of Gelbvieh breeders around Australia and North America have specifically selected polled gene carriers to do the breeding for them. Another key characteristic of the Gelbvieh cow breed that we will argue for until our final breath is the fact that these cows are exceptionally docile. They are known for having a very quiet temperament, almost to a fault. They are very gentle creatures that will avoid trouble at all costs. This in itself makes them very easy to handle, as even under extreme pressure they tend to live their lives stress-free. At the same time, the fact that they are so calm works out in their favour, as it means that even during transportation and prior to the butchery, they will remain calm, which will keep their carcasses from hardening up. Last but not least, we should mention how their full skin pigmentation makes them capable to adapt to hot environments with ease. For example, a few Gelbvieh cattle were sent over to South Africa, where they had reportedly adapted to both the blazing heat and the constant ticks. This is a testament to the breed's overall hardiness. The early puberty of the Gelbvieh cow breed. Back in the 70s, the Meat Animal Research Center at Clay Center, Nebraska, USA, began a comparative testing between the most popular breeds at the time. So for the next decade or so, they tested out everything there was to these breeds, comparing them with one another to officially establish which of them was the superior choice for the average farmer. Through this, they discovered the fact that the Gelbvieh scored highly in terms of maternal traits, as well as in the weaning weight per cow exposed to breeding category. They also discovered the fact that the Gelbvieh breed has the earliest puberty of any other beef breed at the time outside of the Jersey cow breed. So you can expect your Gelbvieh cow to be joined at 12 months and for her to calve at 21 months, which is a lot earlier than the average 24 months. All of this together makes the first calved Gelbvieh heifer 15 months before it can calve again as a 3-year-old. This in itself is a huge advantage for the Gelbvieh heifers, as they can continue to grow while they feed their calves, and as soon as their body is healed, they're all ready to have another pregnancy. The calves themselves are on the smaller side of the spectrum, but keep in mind that they will also grow fairly quickly as long as they have access to their dam's milk. Gelbvieh cows' fertility and leanness. The Gelbvieh cow breed is known for being highly fertile, with most of them being capable of producing high weaning units of over 200 kilograms in 7 months or so. Their yearling rates are also up there, with them being usually higher than 300 kilograms per average. As far as their meat is concerned, you should know that the Gelbvieh beef is known for its overall leanness. Of all the breeds that were studied by the Meat Animal Research Center, the Gelbvieh had the largest ribeye muscle area per 100 kilograms. As such, you can expect them to have a high cutout yield for sure. Because of this and more, Gelbvieh cows are primarily used in crossbreeding programs in order to further enhance maternal performances, weaner marketability, and of course carcass quality. Back in the year 2000, a study was conducted by the Composite Cattle Breeders Association of America, during which they tested out breeding plans for composite cattle. They had a total of 100 different participants take place in 10 breeding programs at the time, out of which 8 used Gelbvieh as their European component. Because of this and more, the Gelbvieh cow breed has been widely regarded as a continental breed of choice by the association. The main selling points of the Gelbvieh cow breed. If you are looking to get your hands on a Gelbvieh cow, then you should take a look at everything that they have to offer beforehand, so you understand exactly what you're investing your hard-earned money into. So with that being said, these are the main selling points that you should know about the Gelbvieh cow breed. They have a smooth coated cover which works wonders in keeping them cool when exposed to high temperatures. They have naturally strong hooves which makes them hardier than other breeds to hoof illnesses and diseases. They have a good walking ability, which is a trait that they adopted over the years after being used as a draft animal for so many years in the past. They have a docile temper, which again works in their favour when they're taken to be slaughtered, as they don't tense up, which keeps their carcasses tasty and tender. They have good pigmentation. They have an excellent constitution, which again keeps them away from health problems. They have a medium frame, which works wonders considering just how much quality meat you can get from that. Their milk production is stellar, and while that may not be the most proficient milk producers out there, considering the fact that they are triple purpose animals, they're quite good at every single one of those uses. They have a high dressage percentage. They feature a good average daily gain, especially so when they're calves, as they tend to double in size in no time. They have a strong maternal ability, which is also one of the main reasons as to why Gelbvieh cows have been used in crossbreeding programs so much over the years. They have a decent amount of marbling on their meat, which makes it a lot more tender and delicious. The Gelbvieh bull is also known for having a very strong libido, which is great considering the fact that they're very popular in crossbreeding programs. Gelbvieh cows' health problems and hardiness. Depending on which region you happen to live in, you'll find that raising certain cattle breeds over others is a lot easier and more cost effective. Luckily, this isn't a problem when it comes to the Gelbvieh cow breed, as it can easily survive in most climates with ease. It is especially proficient around warmer areas though, as it can survive both the heat and the insects that come with it. In fact, in most cases, the Gelbvieh cow breed has been more than capable of withstanding both sides of the spectrum, so even if you happen to be living in a place where the winters are very cold and there is very little forage for the cattle to chow down on, they'll still survive all the same. As far as the general health concerns go, let's just say that there isn't anything that you should worry about with the Gelbvieh cow breed that you shouldn't also worry about for most any other breed. At the end of the day, owning a cow or a cattle farm is really just a gamble for anyone out there, as your cows can easily catch a disease and they can all be wiped out, or they can all go on their whole lives without a care in the world. So, is the Gelbvieh a generally hardy breed that doesn't need to worry about much throughout its lifetime? Yes. It can also catch on multiple diseases and die prematurely? Absolutely. The Gelbvieh cow breed is definitely a unique one, as even though it lost a lot of its popularity over the years with farmers, it's gained a lot of attention because of its unique traits, which can be passed on easily through crossbreeding. So while we can't say for sure whether investing your whole fortune in these cows is more worth it than for any other breed, what we can say though is that if you play your cards right, we don't see why you would regret your choice either.